We refuse to answer that. We're done.
Okay, höchste Alarmbereitschaft, gefährlicher Geruch, meine Freunde. Sekunde, was ist das?
Das ist Ekel. Sie beschützt Riley hauptsächlich davor, vergiftet zu werden. Körperlich und gesellschaftlich.
Das ist weder bunt noch in Dinosaurierform. Augenblick, Leute. Das ist Brokkoli.
So, yeah, I got little emotions with me.
All right.
And I'm gonna ask a question and then throw a ball at you. And it would be cool if you try to adapt that emotion in a way.
When you throw the balls at us, is it going to hurt?
I'll try not make that happen.
Okay, let's play.
Yeah. Okay, protect yourself. Okay, so where did the idea of using characters as emotions really come from?
I don't know, is the actual answer. I was walking along one day and thinking about emotions, thinking about ideas for movies, and that just kind of flashed in there, and I don't know where that came from.
So speaking of characters, in film school we kind of learned that characters need to have a huge emotional range and that makes them interesting and all that. But in this one, characters, you know, the emotions are characters, so they focus on just one emotion. Was that sometimes a struggle to get that right? Because sometimes anger wants to be sad and then stuff happens.
Yeah, we had that whole version at the beginning where they were more just their one emotion, right?
We even played with their names and so forth at one point, trying to. Oh, wait.
Jonas, don't you remember that early sequence where it was so frustrating because they ended up just so one note. They didn't do anything other than just.
I loved that sequence. And I love the way you're talking.
No, it's wrong. We had to change it all.
I love everything.
In the credits, it said that some of the dialogue editing was also done by Amy Poehler. So, as a fan, personally, because of Parks and Rec and all that, I obviously wanted to know how far did those changes go and what did she bring to the role and how far was her involvement?
Oh no.
What'd you get? Which one is that? You want to change the crying one?
It was so sad when Amy started writing those lines and changing the otherwise perfect script, but I had to just cry through it and hope it would come out all right.
Amy was awesome because she would show up and she would take these lines and then she has such a brilliant mind. She would just come up with all this new stuff. In fact, the first day we worked with her, we didn't even record. We just sat at a table and wrote.
I remember that made me cry.
It was fantastic.
Amy's gonna get that clip out of context of just me saying how horrible that was. That's my nightmare.
That's what she's gonna think of you, then she's gonna believe it. Was there the intention of including more emotions or other ones?
I loved that I did. Yes, we had 27 and I was in love with all of them. Mean old Pete cut them all out down to 5.
Did you?
Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what emotion that
Anger.
is. Anger?
He was mad because, I don't know why, I loved all of them, but.
There just wasn't room for 27 guys running around the room. I mean, it was so confusing, they were so loud, and we couldn't tell who was who, so we just...
Knocked you out. It's a lead ball.
As I said, there's a lot of originality, and ideas like the fantasy land or the deeper parts of the brain, like maybe the scary ones.
Yes.
Did you actually do some brain study for this?
I was so terrified about all these ideas and how we were going to make them look clear to the audience, and I'm frozen in fear. No, we did. Oh, no, you're good. But you liked it. He liked it. I was too afraid. I wanted to cut them all out and just have the movie take place in a white room.
Are you kidding? It was a great opportunity. It was so fun. What was the question again?
Did we research the brain?
Oh, yeah.
Figure out the geography?
Yeah, it was fantastic because the brain is so complicated, and so this gave us a great lens by which to see some of this fantastic stuff and present it to people in ways that they'd probably thought about before, but they'd never actually seen on the screen visually, you know. So it was fantastic.
And again, I was just too afraid to think about any of it, and I wish we would never have done it.
So in the short film right before the movie, like the volcano and stuff, how did you actually like that? Oh. Okay, bye.
That we refuse to answer that. We're done.